Welcome back to the Time and Place podcast. My name is Brett. This is Mosey. He don't talk too much.
This is Jacob. You already know.
Mosey telepathic.
He tells us what to say.
Today's a special episode 6, and we have a special guest. I'll let him introduce himself.
I'm Shea Hood from Charleston, South Carolina, here at FHE. These kind gents asked me to join them, so participating in this. Looking forward to hearing what we have to talk about. Ready to roll. Let's do this.
Oh yeah. So today's discussion matter is, what does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a real man? I don't think having a penis makes someone a man.
Smoking and drinking and getting an ID that says 21 and up definitely does not make you a man.
Talking bad about your mother doesn't make you a man. Blaming others doesn't make you a man.
Over here, ruining relationships doesn't make you a man.
Nah, lying in general doesn't make you a man. Anything that 90% of the time you think you're being a man. In my life, I wasn't. So, trying to think of how I would even. I think what makes you a man is having children for one, and then raising them right, raising them how, what would be a role model, what you would think would be a role model. Because I have 2 kids, and before I got here, I thought I was being a man. It was the complete opposite of what I was doing. And here, you come to realize that everything I was doing before was wrong. And now I'm gonna define what it is to be a man here in the upcoming future. So kind of a touchy subject.
So in that definition, you have to have children to be a man? Because I don't have children, but I'm a man.
Nah, but I mean, this is just an opinion for.
I know, I'm just
trying to.
I feel like being a man, because like me, I'm still learning. I'm 25, and like the transition of that mindset from being a young adult and then like a teenage adolescent, I had an awakening a couple days ago where I was like,
you did.
Where I was like, I was tripping. I was like, I wanted to leave and this and that, but I'm the one that put myself here. Like I'm the one that made the call. I'm the one that wanted to get the help, and I realized that if I were to leave or walk out, I would basically be taking all the hard work that I put into and start back on square one, and I would break a commitment to myself. So one of the things I realized, in my own opinion, is I feel that one of the aspects of being a true man is someone that does what's necessary for the betterment of himself and family, and that requires sacrifice to do what you got to do.
Yeah, and being a man really is staying true to your word. You say you're gonna do something, you do it.
Being reliable.
Yeah, and for the longest, we're all here for a reason. We all made bad decisions. We all fucked up.
Yeah.
We all ran from a lot of our
Problems.
And we all run from our fears too, which is a little subconsciously people don't even know what their fears are until you face them.
Whew.
And I think a big fear of mine for the longest time was just really just fucking manning up and taking charge of a good life. And I don't even know how to define what a good life is, because everybody's definition of that is different. What a good life to me may not be a good life to you. For one, I have children, so
fuck that.
A good life to me now is raising them how I wanted to be raised if I was a kid again. Is giving them everything that I didn't have, but also being there for them and giving them the tools they need, to take on this life, because it's a crazy fucking world now. And I think that's a real challenging part of mine is adapting to every day, because every day in society now something's changing, whether it's this cancel culture or whether it's I'm just saying it's
we can talk about cancel culture for 5 minutes until we cancel culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But just something's always fucking changing. Mass shootings in schools, and it's like, how do you prepare a child for something like that? Thinking that, and I don't mean like having
the fact that you feel the need to prepare your child for a mass school shooting is disgusting.
Yeah, well, you can't. There's nothing you can do. It's just timing. It's just like you prepare them as far as just you really can't, because every situation's fucking different. So, but there's so many different levels you can talk on, subjects that you could touch on, as far as like what makes a man, and then even if like even being a man too, we still make fucking mistakes too, you know, and it's like my definition of being a man may not be someone else's definition, you know, too. So it's
sure, but that's like success. Some
Exactly.
people's definition of success is being
Happiness,
miserable as fuck
yeah.
but having a bunch of money. My
Yeah.
definition of success is doing what the fuck I want. I don't care how much money I make. If I'm making enough money, I can afford my life, and I'm doing what I want, I'm successful.
Yeah, I think that's happy too. And that really think happiness is what creates your success then, because as long as you're fucking happy, you're successful. No matter you know where you are, what you're doing. If you're happy with the clothes you got on your back, and you know, because I have a big thing with me is I grew up with nothing, so I made it a point to.
Were you worried about like food security?
When I was younger,
Yeah.
slightly a little bit, but I
Okay.
mean, I didn't even know the difference of having food and not having food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just thought it was normal to me. You know, when you go to a friend's parents' house, or you go to a friend's house and their parents have they got a 6 spread, you're like, damn, all
Y'all
right.
live like this?
Yeah, I'm like, for real, you know? So my childhood was way different. And like I said, you know, we talked earlier, you know, previous subject prior to turning this on, about, you know, what was I just saying? What were we just talking about before? About having shit, not having shit.
Reliability.
No, my mind just went completely blank. But
taking care of kids.
no, but before we got on the podcast,
Oh,
I'm fucking this up now.
Not doing what you don't want to do.
No,
Sticking true to your word.
Yeah, no, I'm just fucking completely.
We'll come back.
They'll come back.
But
I'll edit this so it says.
yeah, no, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
No, we were just talking about something right before. We were talking about the way I grew up, and
Oh yeah.
no, what the fuck did you say? You said something that hit home. Anyways.
Something I said.
Yeah, so you said you were standing up. It was like we were waiting to get on here. And
We
like,
quit smoking cigarettes the same day.
No.
I'm just trying to spark the.
Yeah, no, flare the fucking
Yeah.
the memory. I have horrible short-term memory.
Same. Wait, what exactly are you here for? Alcohol?
Well, yeah, that and fucking cocaine, mushrooms, fucking
So yeah, probably the same fucking drugs I'd be doing.
yeah, ecstasy. You know, I like fun shit. I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Bro, I feel like I'm looking at my. How old are you?
31.
Yeah.
Seriously?
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Not that you look older. You
But
just.
you carry yourself as a more mature person.
I was saying he's probably 30 or 40. Like I was thinking more upper 30s, lower 40s.
That's what everybody.
But not because you look like shit, but because you are a man.
Yeah, no, I'm just 31.
Damn,
Man, March.
Hold up. I'm
gonna
gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut this out.
Yeah.
Like
Dude, you're 30?
31.
31?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna get into the gym a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good. You're on the right track, bud.
Well, I just like I said, you know, it's what the way you grow up, and it's like we talked earlier. It's what molds you. The way you grow up is what molds you to become the person you become. And you define though how you handle these situations. You can be like everybody else. You can bitch and complain and say, "Oh, God did this, God did that," or you just man the fuck up, learn from a mistake, or learn from someone else's mistake, which is what I did most of the time. And you figure shit out. You try something, you fail, you fucking learn from it. You reassess. You know, like anytime I run into a situation or a problem, you know, first thing I do is I sit back, I assess, and then I solve this issue that I think, you know, in two different ways, or unless I'm right out the gate, you know, that I'm 100% confident that this is what the solution is, which 70% of the time that's how I handle shit. And if that doesn't fucking work, you know, I go to the second solution, you know, but it's adapting. It's fucking just walking around with confidence too, you know, and you can't be like arrogant, cocky, but you can, you know, but it's just about.
It's a fine line.
Yeah, no, I mean, but it's also.
I'm learning the balance on that because I know I'm the shit, but I can't go around letting people know I'm the shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's just you carry that. You carry it with dignity, you know.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta fucking. Like with me, everywhere I go, I try to make an impact on people, you know. Like, and it's some people take that the wrong way, and some people take it the wrong, or some people take it positively, and some people take it negatively.
This life is just too short to not make an impact on people.
Life's too short and fucking it's fast and sweet.
Bro, I wasted 24 years of my life, and I refuse to waste the next 24. Like,
Yeah.
Well, then I use the word waste, but it's not that I wasted it. I just fucking walked around with no intention. That's really what I mean.
You've gotten wiser, is what's happened.
Yeah.
So now you know, we all say, oh, that's why everybody wants to create a fucking time machine.
I wouldn't change a fucking thing about my life. I wouldn't change a fucking thing. If anything, I'd fucking make it a little worse. I would have asked for I don't know, fucking some more tragedy to happen before I turned this age.
Yeah, no, I'm very thankful and very blessed to be where I'm at, given the circumstances.
You cannot love your present day
Without loving your past.
Without loving your past. If you don't,
Well, that's what gets you here. Like the most negative shit has happened to me in my life, and you know what happens about a year after I think something's really bad. I look up and I'm like, fuck, bro. If that would have never happened, I would not be where I'm at right now, or this wouldn't have happened. You know, and it's like, what do they call it? They say like the butterfly effect and shit.
Yeah.
I don't ever, you know, it's one thing happens and it fucking changes.
It's
you know,
from the tiniest of things. Like I punch him, his whole life has changed because without me punching him, he wouldn't have had the thoughts he just had.
Yeah.
And now those thoughts lead to other
and
thoughts.
Subconsciously, fucking makes a decision next week that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
It's fucking weird,
no,
man.
it is,
like,
man.
Well, it's amazing because it's like the past leads up to the events of the present, and everything in the now is what creates the future. So it's like once a person becomes aware of their mistakes or they become conscious of the things that they fear, the things that they have to overcome, we now have control over what we're going to do now, and that just leaves the options of the multitudes of success or the different paths that lay in front of us to be more in a direction that's more optimal to what we want. And
one moment. Mosey, what do you think?
I agree.
Perfect. And you know, it's amazing because like looking back, I was listening to you talk, and I was listening to what Brett was saying, and I was really in my mind like I agree, and I agree more, because I was looking through back my own events that led me up over here, and like I said, like I came here on my own. I made the decision. I was like, yo, I have 5 more years till I turn 30, and there's gonna be a certain level of responsibility that I'm gonna feel on the inside only because I'm aware of the problems that that are present to me at the moment. And coming here, I wouldn't have met Brett. I wouldn't have found a long lost brother Mosey. I wouldn't have had this awesome podcast with you. And besides that, the changing of myself started already causing a ripple effect to my home life back home, where it's even creating a more positive outlook for them.
I bet your mom sleeps a lot better right now.
Yeah, and then like my girlfriend's like happy. She's like super happy, like the relationship fixed. Like,
and that's another thing that I try to, not to cut you off before I forget about this, because I will forget about this.
Yeah.
I tell people all around me all the time, because I run a pretty extensive group of guys in my career and what I do.
What is it that you do?
I build custom homes. So I run, like a fucking, basically a pack of old guys that are, and younger guys, and everybody thinks they know everything, and everybody's got an addiction issue, or an alcoholic, or got a bad home life. So, and then I get told all these excuses that I've already used 1,000 times. I'm on hand. I got to deal with at least at minimum 10 guys and
show up on time
25
for work.
guys. Yeah, but I create environments. I set the tone for paces at work. Because I'm a worker. That's what I do. That's how I got to where I'm at. I don't just I just wake up one day and have this experience. I worked my fucking ass off when I was 19 till now, and then that's why I'll show y'all in a minute like the shit that I do. But I just got completely off subject about what I was just gonna say again. But anyways, I was thinking about something else we were talking earlier, as far as like being a man too, is setting goals. Whether it's small goals or big goals, and then taking action to achieve those goals. Whether they're, like I said, small or big, and
I think the bigger
short-term goals and long-term goals,
Yeah.
And obviously you change over time. What you want right now is not going to be what you want in 5 years. You're going to look back and be like, that was retarded, because you should never settle. Well, I mean, I don't settle. I don't never want to settle.
Okay.
I want to keep going. I want to keep
Settling
going.
is suicide.
Yeah.
But some people are content with that. I'm not. This is where I've learned to stay in my own lane with people. I'm like, dude, if having that, 2-bedroom trailer and in like not so good area, whatever you're content with and you're happy and you're raising your family good, by all means do that. That's not for me. It's just because of like where I'm trying to be in life, and money doesn't define me. It's just
you make a good amount of money.
Yeah, just decent. Yeah, more than most people that go to school for a degree and get out and make.
You have a high school diploma?
Yeah.
I do.
I was about to say, this guy's a high school dropout as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, I pretty much, I
have a
graduated,
GED.
I dropped out of high school and went to military school. I graduated 2 years early.
Nice.
So I went to military school and worked my fucking ass off. I hated military school, but I hated it, but I loved it. I came out I went in there with a horrible attitude, and I fucking came out with not a bad attitude, you know. But you know, setting goals for me now, you know, because I tell everybody now is, and one thing about me that I've gained in the past like 3-4 years, except minus like my personal life, is full transparency. Like I don't bullshit. Like I speak to y'all like how I would want y'all to speak to me. Like there's no bullshit now. Saying that
we said this a couple episodes earlier.
Really? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's how you gotta be. It's just why bullshit? Why?
It's not gonna get you shit.
Why sugarcoat shit? You know, like, 'cause there's no fucking point in that, in my opinion. Like, it's just dumb. Like, you know, if you don't like something or you don't like somebody or whatever, you know, you don't have to be a dick about it. Just don't surround yourself with that person.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, he's just taking everything I said like a couple episodes ago and just made it sound better than I made it sound.
Yeah.
But you know, and yeah, I guess I'm trying to. I had something really good I was gonna say about work, and then you should ask me what I do for a living. But yeah, I was talking about these guys and shit that I work with. You know, they have all these excuses and whatnot.
How does it make you feel when you hear excuses?
I understand it. Been there, done that. Unfortunately, it's like when I tell you, oh yeah, this is what it is. So I live by this code now because after fucking up a million times and then, you know, learning and not, you know, just if you do good shit happens. So
simple as that.
Like when you were saying about, you know, your family, you know, you asked how does your mom sleep better at night, and then you said your girlfriend, or you know, the relationship is becoming better.
Yeah.
If you take good steps, like everything you do good follows. You know, you get back what you put in. You know, you reap what you sow. All that shit's true as fuck.
The karma.
You know, you do dumb shit. Dumb shit happens. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I mean, it's seriously.
I love that saying. I fucking love that saying.
It's how it is, though. I mean, seriously, think about it. Like, you fucking. And then I actually heard from somebody since I've been here, like, no good things happen after dark. And I was like, that's kind of true. Because, I mean, to an extent, like, depending on, you know.
The podcast is happening right now.
Yeah. But outside, whatever, yeah. But, you know, so I mean, think about it, anytime I would go out and go to the fucking bar, get fucked up, all that shit, that was all dumb, you know, instead of just going home, being, you know, with my family and shit, you know, but that's like one thing, like, that I learned the most here is, like, I work my ass off, like, I love fucking work, and I forgot how much I used to love my family. Damn. You know, and working your fucking ass off is a good thing because, like, you know, I'm able to provide a healthy lifestyle, you know, a healthy home, you know, environment and shit. As far as we can do whatever we want, we're not limited. I'm not like, oh, you know, I take my family to fucking Disney, you know, took them to Anaheim, I told you this year in February. I took them, you know, we go to Disney, we don't go for 2 days.
You said you went to the Super Bowl too?
No, the Super Bowl was the Super Bowl was in LA while we were there, and we planned this trip, you know, 3 years ago.
Yeah. And
didn't think about the Super Bowl being in LA. I don't even know if they even know that.
I can't imagine, bro. Because LA is fucking the busiest. It's a shit city to go at any time of the year, let alone when there's an event like that going on. So I'm sure traffic sucks.
Yeah, no, we didn't drive. We stayed on site at Disney, you know. So, but anyways, you know, but yeah, just making good decisions. You know, that's like I try to promote that shit as much as possible. Now, you know, like being here and this Sunday will be 4 weeks, so 28 days of being fully sober, which is crazy. And I knew for a fact, like I don't give a fuck honestly about, you know, drinking, drugging, and having fun anymore. I just was going through so much stress at work. Not really stress at work, it was just stress at home, which turned into me wanting to work more because that was my outlet out.
Same.
Yeah, you know, because like the more I fucking work, you know, the less I'm focused on the bullshit.
It's like almost used work as an escapism.
It's 100%. It's an outlet to fucking, you know, avoid my fucking issues that should be fucking solved, you know? And, you know, coming here, you know, we're talking about what makes a man or what it takes to be a man. Is like, now I realize everything that I was doing. I had lack of empathy for, you know, my girl, who I have 2 kids with. So that right there, I had a good conversation with a really, really close person of mine right before I left. I got here on a Thursday. I had this conversation Monday morning, telling them about my fucked up relationship that I created. You know, it took me till 2 weeks ago to admit that.
This sounds like me right now.
Yeah, but it's just like it's not even like I was in denial. It was just like there was a back and forth thing. Like she did shit that aggravated me to get to the point. And then I didn't handle it like I should have handled it. I look back at it now because I was fucked up.
I think one thing that a man does is they take full responsibility for the way they feel. So I'm just saying, she didn't make you aggravated. You allowed her to aggravate you.
Yeah, 100%.
Therefore,
I allowed her to control my feelings and to put them in a negative way. Negative light, 100%.
Yeah, because she probably wasn't. She didn't walk into that conversation intending, oh, I'm going to aggravate this man.
No.
Right? She probably intended something else.
No, she was trying to speak her feelings and let me know how she
And that's
felt.
something you should have been proud of.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my woman is speaking her mind.
But in my mind at the time too,
Yeah.
I've taken it as nagging and then complaining, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking hear that shit. So that's where I say the lack of empathy came into play. This person I was just telling you about, he was like, yo, how are you and your girl doing? And I was like shit, bro. I'm out the door. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm moving out. Like, I got a new place lined up, ready to fucking roll, And this is, it was a solid spot. Like, and I literally was doing this shit, and then this dude literally looked at me and was like, you treating her like shit? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, how do you talk to her when you talk to her? And I was like, not super nice at all. And he fucking looked at me and said, how would you like if somebody talk to your daughter like that? And that shit was just straight up fucking full blown, mind blown. I was like, fuck that. And that was an eye opener. That was the biggest eye opener I've had in 5 years. Longer than that maybe, And that's where I was like, you know what, dude? I gotta get my head on right. And I needed that. That one little simple statement is what made me make the decision to come here. No bullshit, swear to God. And so I left there, I fucking went to my shop, went to the conference room, I'm going over emails, and I got a fucking tab open looking up treatment centers. I didn't know, I was like, I need to disconnect. I need to get the fuck away, I need to figure out what's going on.
Sometimes you gotta disconnect.
And the thing is like, I tell people like, I came here for, partying and, addiction and all that, and but to me, it was more mainly for mental health, and I didn't, this place was...
Did you realize it wasn't the drugs that were the problem at all? It was you?
Well, yeah.
It was your thinking?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Well, then, so this is the thing, this is kind of crazy how I even ended up here. So I reached out to a psychiatrist like a couple of days before, like last week, or like, this was a Monday that I'm making this decision. I reached out like Thursday or Friday to... I reached out to a close friend of mine. I was like, yo, you got a psychiatrist, buddy? And this is a successful guy that I look up to. He's like a Green Beret in the military. He's in and out of Ukraine. Like, he's a real good person, though. He's like, yeah, let me reach out to somebody. Reached out to somebody, got me in touch with this fucking psychiatrist. Sent me his contact info. I waited a day to hit him up. I called him, left a voicemail, got no response back. Monday morning, after I'm looking up these treatment centers, I get a fucking random call, and I'm like, damn, I think that's the dude. And I answer it, and it's the psychiatrist. And I was like, this is fucking crazy. And I said, hey, what's up? And I told him, hey, I got your number from a friend of a friend. He's like, oh, cool. How, what's up? And this guy's not taking in patients anymore. And, he's like, hey, tell me what happened. I gave him a 30-minute rundown, of what I've got going on. I was like, I'm thinking about going to a treatment center. Like, I need to disconnect. I need to get away. And he's like, honestly, everything you just told me, he's like, I think your head's in the right spot. He was like, I think that's exactly what you should do. He's like, and if you're motivated right now to do it, he's like, you need to do it right now. Don't wait. He's like, because if you wait a week or 2 weeks, you're gonna change your mind. You're not gonna go. You're not gonna get the help you need. So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, do you have recommendations? He's like, I'll give you 5 of them. One of them being the closest, the 5th one being the furthest away, but the one that I highly recommend.
Go the furthest away.
And so, I had already reached out to like 3 places before this, and I interviewed 10 fucking places. And every place that I interviewed, I got an assessment done. I don't know if y'all do assessments over the phone, but they're 20, 30 minutes a piece.
No, we all did the same assessment.
This one, in my case, I was just like, I need help. I don't care.
Yeah,
pick me up now.
I was crying.
I was like, I'm crying. Come here, pick me up. He's like, are you? No, I'm not okay. I want to.
Where were you? This is the first place you called though?
This is the first place I called. And
Yeah,
I had sorry to cut you off.
No, you
but
go.
like, I had options and I had places to look at, but during the episode and the panic I was going through, the first place that popped up on Google, I was like, oh, you take me away? Like, you give me a chance? I wanted to get a disconnect because my environment was so toxic. It's hard to clean yourself off of shit if you're still sitting in shit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's hard to get clean if you're still sitting in the mud.
Yeah.
But I called 10 different places. And literally when I say 10, I mean fucking 10. That's not an exaggeration. Like that. I was on the phone from 12 o'clock in the afternoon to 8:30 at night in the conference room, just tagging emails out and going through and on the phone doing assessments. And I as these people interviewed me, I interviewed them. And then I looked at reviews. And reviews you can't really go off of because everybody, you got that one, you know, they're dumb.
Fake.
Like, honestly,
they wrote them.
But no, I like called and like, hey, do you have somebody that I could call and get like a verbal fucking, you know, opinion or, you know, something that where it's hold the water a little bit. And then all these places, 90% of these places are like, yeah, no, how much money do you have to put down? How much money do you have to put down? It's all about fucking money, which all these places are about.
That's
money.
a business. At the end of the day, it's a fucking business.
No, it is 100%. But the way that they were aggressively talking about the money and not caring about the health,
Your
like,
well-being.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like that was like nah. And then I was like, I need to go to like a vacation style setting where I could just sit back and clear my head. And then I looked up this place and I was like, you know what? Like this one seems like the least appealing, but it seems like the one that's most beneficial.
That's what you don't want to do.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
the
you
most
need to
uncomfortable, exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought about it and I called that psychiatrist back and I said, yo, do you really, how strongly do you feel about this place? Like I stand by it 100%. Every client that I've sent there, they come back and say this shit worked magic for them.
Yeah.
Say less, you know, say no more. So boom, I called them, I said, yo, sign me up. I told them I was gonna talk to you Tuesday morning. So this is late, you know, so they close the phones like 10 or 11 or I don't even know if they do that. But I called them Tuesday morning, set everything up. I didn't tell anybody that I was doing this. Like I just literally, I lined everything up. I had, you know, my deductible because I'm out of state or whatever was a good chunk of change. Like I had to pay out of my own pocket, and I did all that. But I put a hefty down payment down. I didn't pay the whole deductible because I didn't want to come out all that money and then get here and not go through with it. Even though I knew I was going to,
Sure.
I was still, you know, a percentage of my decision making that was like, I was wasn't 100% confident.
You're skeptical.
Yeah, 100%. You know, so I fucking agreed to everything. They called me, we got a plane ticket for you on Wednesday at such and such time. And I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. And they called me back, hey, that plane ticket got booked. We could do it Thursday. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Signed up, told my family, told my boss. He was like, bro, super fucking proud of you. I got your back 100%. Do what you gotta do, get better.
That's what a man does. A man does what he has to do.
You know, and
sacrifice is required.
Yeah, and then I told my family, and then they were like, really? Like, is it that bad? I was like, yeah, it's that bad. Outside looking in, everything's good. You know?
Yeah, because you had a mask on.
Yeah, I'm the fucking, you know, I'm like the man, you know? You look at I'm serious, it's just like, you know,
I know you're the fucking man, that's why you're on the podcast about what it takes to be a man.
You know, but it's like, you know, I mean, on the exterior, everything's fucking great, you know? You look at the house, it's a cool little family, you know, because I don't let people in on, and I don't show weakness.
That's what men do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And, you know, you look in, you know, I got the fucking 2 trucks, golf cart, dirt bike, trailers, all, you know, shit that doesn't really fucking matter. But people look at it and they think that shit matters, you know. It's
materialism, bro.
Honestly, it is. Even though like I like nice shit, like, you know, obviously I got a watch and gold chain and shit, but that's just.
But that shit.
It's a reminder for me of hard work. That's what that shit is. Why I wear this shit.
Yeah,
it's different to you.
I was actually gonna ask you that. Is it for the style or is it for you? Is it for everyone else? I know it's for you.
I don't take this shit off ever.
I know. You're wearing it for yourself. Yeah. You're not wearing it because you're trying to impress anybody here.
I don't give a fuck about impressing.
Yeah, fuck.
That's the last thing I give a fuck about.
The thing is,
do you think if I cared about impressing people, you'd see me walking around with 1,000 people?
That was gold.
Yeah.
If I cared about impressing people, I'd walk around with 1,000 people. That's why the fuck I walk around here by myself.
Yeah, I feel bad because, you know, I catch certain people like wanting to linger with me and like want to chill. Like I hate a shadow, dude. Like I don't. Yeah. It's not that I don't mean that like in a negative way. Like I'm there for everybody. Like I will literally help you out in whatever way. But when it's time, when you see me strap up and I get my headphones in and I'm cruising, I'm thinking, I'm progressing. Like I'm projecting myself and where I want to be and how I'm going to handle situations. Yeah. That's like people say, hey, where you going, man? I'm just going to walk over here, man. Don't worry about me.
Hey, where you going? Why the fuck do you care?
Yeah, and it's like, you know, I got to catch myself from saying shit like that.
Me too. Me fucking too.
Like, and that's where I'm trying to like, you know,
you're still learning that balance.
Yeah. Your thing too is like it's good to have that mindset, but it's bad to voice it.
Yo, yeah, I'm learning that very slowly.
I've been there. Dude.
Yeah, I'm
like
learning
I
the
said,
balance of biting my tongue.
That's why when I told you in the class yesterday, like, it's a lot of shit. That's why I'm like, there's a lot of shit I want to say, but it's not for the weak-minded, bro. And in here, everybody's vulnerable. Everybody, you know, they're already, and this is what I was telling Taylor right after you walked away. She's super cool, by the way.
Taylor's super dope. She's my age, which is awesome.
But
pretty impressive.
I was telling her, I was like, a lot of, like, nobody understands. Like, all these addicts and shit, they think they don't have mental issues. I'm like, what do you think creates fucking addiction? I'm like, you mentally have something wrong. Like,
you're not dealing with this. You're dealing with through drugs.
You just didn't come in here and voice that you have a mental problem. You just think that you have an addiction problem. It's like, no, bro, you have mental health issues. Like, it's like we all do. I do. I fell victim to it at a young age. And
yeah.
Like, when I tell y'all, like, I think I told you this. I went through crazy depression and anxiety at a young age, bro.
Sure.
You know who fixed that? I did. Mentally, I fucking told myself, like, yo, this is all negative thinking. This is all self-inflicted shit. So I figured out a way to push the man up, eat the fucking shit that was causing this shit. What's the first step to solving a problem? Is what?
You gotta admit you have a problem.
Realizing the problem. You can't fix something if you don't know it's broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta assess the situation, figure out what the fuck's wrong, and then handle it, and figure out the most efficient way to handle it without, being, I guess, without being, what's the word I'm looking for? Irrational, I guess. You gotta focus, you gotta zone in, you gotta tone in to, what it is that's really affecting, and like me, I just told myself, oh, it's negative thinking. I'm like, what's causing this negative thinking? Oh, it's because you're doing something that you shouldn't be fucking doing. It's being self-aware.
It's
like
that shame, it's that guilt.
Yeah, what do they say? What's paranoia? Why do people get paranoid when you're doing something wrong? You're riding around smoking weed when you're 15, riding around in somebody's vehicle, and you get paranoid, you're scared, and the cops are coming to get you. What do they call it?
It's not even the drugs.
It's just because you're aware.
Yeah.
What the fuck you're doing is dumb and it's stupid.
Yeah.
But you're doing it anyways because you are dumb and stupid.
Yes, exactly. Then people are like, oh man, I'm so paranoid. I'm like, it's because you know what you're doing. You wouldn't get paranoid if you didn't do dumb shit. Honestly.
Yeah.
So, but, and back to the, what it takes to be a man, it's like, I can't fucking wait to go home and be this.
Dude, me too. I'm fucking excited.
Like,
I'm excited to meet my mom for the first fucking time because I came into this facility a 23-year-old boy, but I'm leaving a 24-year-old man, and she's never met me.
Yeah.
She met the stoned me that lied to her about every fucking thing. She met the dude that I had resentments on my parents for giving birth to me. That's how much fucking resentment I had. I had resentment for every fucking thing that ever happened to me. And it all started with my birth. Thinking, what was the most fucking traumatic event? My birth. That's what I thought.
You went straight to the fucking root, bro.
Yeah.
You dug down to the seed that was germinated, bro.
Yeah. That's what I thought too. I used to get upset. I used to be mad at my mom because I used to be like,
because we didn't ask to fucking be here.
Yeah, and I was like,
but that's a delusion. Thanks, Mom. Fucking thank you for this life. Like,
yeah, because when you're born, it's not just by chance. Like, Dick Gregory said it the best. He said, there is over, I may not have the exact number, but he said there is over like 50 million sperm trying to run up that fallopian tube. He said they don't walk.
I'm pretty sure it's more than that.
Yeah, it's like 187 or
trillion.
It's like trillion sperm. But he said they don't walk. He said they sprint. And the one that makes it is who you are, Mosey, me. We didn't come here by chance. There's a purpose for every single one of us. And I used to be upset at my mom, and I used to be like, man, I used to wish that I was adopted. I used to be like, damn, like instead of having a dad that's abusing me, you could have just gave me up, because obviously shit's not working right. But the abuse taught me to be wise. The abuse taught me to be wary of people. The abuse made me look at myself and give credit for the tenacity and
characteristics that you can't be taught.
Yeah,
that's another thing too, going through this life that people need to be more conscious of is not taking the negative shit and using it
as your crush.
Like it's a fucking problem, and really it's a fucking
gift.
It's a test. It's a it's a quiz that that life will continue to test you on, and how you handle how you and it's like, imagine like the grade being on how you handle it, and how you handle it as far as
wow.
I've been getting D's and F's
There's
Up
no
until now.
there's no testimony without a test.
You know what I mean? Like, so like the way you handle something and how you know, what you take from that, you know, because every negative thing for me, there's a big fucking positive sitting, you know, right behind it that you don't until the light hits it, you know, it's like it's like in a shadow, and then eventually, you know, the sun fucking goes above, you know, 12 o'clock, and then it's behind that person and sheds light on that where there's not a shadow anymore. It's just
Everyone has their
it's a
time.
horrible way to word that, and if it makes sense, you know.
It makes sense.
Perfect sense.
It makes sense.
Because, you know, like forever, you know, I used to have resentment and shit when I was younger. And that's why when I was telling Taylor, like, we've already had this resentment class. She was like, nope, we did not. I was like, yes, we did. You know, because I was listening to everybody's story. And I sit back and I observe, I listen to everybody. And I'm like, and I let that one person, like, all right, I gotta say something because everybody needs to fucking hear this. And I look up and like, most of the time you'll see me like, now if I'm like talking to a certain individual, I'll look you dead in your eye.
Because you're a fucking man.
Yeah,
That's what
like,
a man
I'll
does.
look you dead in your fucking eye.
This is a new skill for me. My entire life, because I was fucking ashamed of who the fuck I was. I would talk to people, I look at them and I look away.
Yeah, I've never been like that.
Yeah, well, fucking, we're different.
Yeah, no.
But now
when I meet somebody, when I go and meet somebody, you know what I do? What's your name? Yeah, Shea Hood. I shake the fuck out of their hand.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, nice grip, dude. I'm like, yeah, well, that's how I expect the same in return. It's
Yeah.
also another thing with being a man principle that I live by is respect. You know, I respect everybody. You know, I'm not gonna say I demand it back, but
And you can respect people without liking them.
yeah, 100%. Like
I respect everybody, as long as they respect me.
Yeah.
Besides,
Go ask everybody in that North building. Go ask everybody in that North building how I acted the whole time. You know, when I saw people getting out of line and say, "Hey, man, dude, chill." Like, and the only reason I'm able to do that is because I've been there. I've been like that before. I know what it's like to be mad and have a bad attitude. Been there, done it, and it's up to me. If I'm put in that position, and I almost caught myself saying like higher power type statement because I don't usually speak like that, but here it's kind of I'm baby stepping my way into that.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like I'm put in certain situations sometimes to handle it for something.
I just want to interject. What's your problem with higher power?
I just I've never put a lot of thought.
You just haven't met him yet.
Yeah, well, it's yes.
Once you meet him, it's undeniable. He's right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's not even the fact that I believe in a higher power. I just don't know what I call it yet or what it may be.
Higher
or
power.
who,
Higher power.
You know, it's just I just know that
Mine looks like a
dude,
fucking
things that
light
happen to
beam.
me don't just fucking happen.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I've had a very, very fortunate life, even with all the dumb shit that's happened.
Same.
Like, I pull every fucking positive out of every negative situation. All the times I've been arrested.
Wait, 1 second. You gotta realize there's no such thing as a negative situation.
Yeah, really.
There's no such thing as a good event nor a bad event.
Yeah, there's things that happen that you wish didn't happen.
It's just a
But that's your ego getting in the way. That's your ego getting in the way and forcing your human emotions upon it. Because, like, look, when we watch people die on the news, we don't fucking get emotional because we don't fucking know that person.
Yeah.
But when it's our grandma that dies, oh, now we're emotional. It's the same event. It's the same death of somebody.
Yeah, we just have attachment with one and not another.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just an attachment.
Everything is just an event. You
Yeah,
know?
that was the crazy thing too. Is I just lost my grandma in
Wait, when?
June.
Okay, I was about to say, if you lost your grandma 4 days ago as well, I'm gonna punch you in the
Nah,
face.
you lost yours.
I lost mine 4 days ago.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that.
It was the same day, but it was also a day after I realized there's no such thing as a bad event nor a good event. It was inevitable. Honestly, she was really bad with Alzheimer's, so she's been suffering for 5 years. But
That's crazy. I know all about that. My grandfather had Alzheimer's. I dealt with the craziest shit with that.
who the fuck are you?
I swear to God, I dealt with the craziest
No, I
shit.
know.
You heard my story? Like,
Nah. Well,
I'm saying if you did, like across the street, like
Yeah.
I had a lot of crazy. Alzheimer's is fucking
it's a bitch.
is not good, bro.
Yeah, I pretty much like I grieved. In my mind, my grandma passed when she got diagnosed. You know what I mean?
A year into it.
Like her mind had died, her body was still walking
it's
around.
fucking horrible, dude.
But
Yeah, I was in military school. My grandfather died,
Yeah.
and they didn't tell me because they didn't want me. I was crushing my test and all that, and it was in the middle of like what you would call like the SATs and shit, or like
Oh, yeah,
they
yeah.
didn't want to throw you off. Or something.
yeah. In Florida, they call it like packed test. You know, like the
Yeah.
achievement.
We used to have
curriculum test or some shit.
FCAT years ago.
FCAT, that's what it is. Are you from Florida?
Yeah.
That's
born and
exactly what
raised.
it is. FCAT. Because I lived in Jacksonville for like 5 years.
Oh yeah, I lived in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. So that's crazy. FCAT. That's exactly what it was called. But yeah, that's fucking nuts. She had Alzheimer's because I went through that shit for.
Yo, we're trying to keep. Can you stop putting the lights on?
This nigga's getting mad.
You're trying to turn it
I'm
on.
trying to turn my shit on.
We're trying. Okay, watch. Hold on.
How you fix it?
Is there one remote for 2 fans?
No, it's like it affects like 3.
Hold on. Why is it?
This shit is weird, bro.
This part gets edited.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Yeah, these remotes control this light, that light, and the bedroom below us. His bedroom.
That's you every night?
It's you every night. What you mean?
What do you mean?
When you turn your light on, you turn our light on.
Oh, good.
How's it me? It's you. It's both of us.
Perfect.
And we just go on fights, bro. Perfect. We go on fights. I'll just fucking, it goes off, turn it off. It goes off, turn it off. It goes off, turn it off. Like, I'm not giving up. And I get it. He's not giving up either. Like, and I know you're not doing it on purpose, but it always fucking feels that way.
That's crazy.
But,
That's RF for you.
yeah, let's try to, this is our first time having a guest on the show, so we don't really know how to, I'm really happy with what you said and everything, but let's try to just redirect it a little bit towards the subject, you know. Just
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
And you'll just edit all this shit out, right?
I mean, I try to make, I mean, we don't, like, we're not going to keep everything you said, but 90% of it, yeah. You know, like, we cut off a lot of our
But
shit.
I feel like being a man comes with principles, honor,
100%.
respect, and knowing thyself and truth, and standing upon all that.
What do you think of what he said?
I agree.
Perfect. I think being a man is someone you can rely on. I think being a man is someone who takes responsibility for his wrongs. I think being a man is someone who walks to the beat of their own path. You can't be a man if you're fucking, yeah, like you said, being a shadow. I mean, I guess you could be a follower and a leader as a man, but.
Well, you have to follow the person that's
Leading you the right way.
Well, you gotta follow
Yeah,
the
if you're gonna be a follower as a man, follow the right man.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta follow somebody with wisdom. Follow somebody that you're gaining something from, not like in a using manner, you know, but like as a, you know, you're learning good, you know, either whether it's information or traits or you know how to.
You get it put on.
It's
Cause I'm a leader right now. Like I am a leader. I'm a fearless leader.
yeah, I've always been a fucking leader.
And so are you. And he's a leader that I would like to lead like. That's why I'm fucking letting him lead this podcast.
Well, you gotta grow a beard first.
My beard's so fucking long, dude. I can't wait to get a fucking haircut. But you know, and the other thing too is that you know, with you know, in my opinion, you know, like you were saying, you know, staying true to your word, you know, and for me, like I'm like as distant as I like to be from humans and people. Well, I mean, for real though.
No, I
like helping.
I know.
I like helping people. You know, like I'm there for anybody. You know, but I'll literally help you out with anything you fucking need, and then as soon as I'm done, I'm like, yo, you good? All right, perfect. I'm out. And I don't need nothing. I don't want nothing. It's yo, I did my good deed for the day. You know, and I'm.
You gotta do at least one.
Yeah, you know, but if you ask anybody that I've been around, like a lot of these people are. If I was outside on the street, I would not hang around most 99% of these people. Like honestly, like
What the fuck do I say, Jacob? I like the thing about me is I love 100% of the human race. Because when I think about it, we're all from the same. If you look at a bush, there's a billion leaves on that bush, and each leaf represents a person. So if one of those leaves was to be like, damn, that leaf fucking sucks. That leaf is dumb. That leaf is retarded. You're talking about the same bush. So it's like
the same leaves, bro.
we're all the same fucking. We're all in the same bush, just different leaves.
Different branches, bro.
This leaf just so happens to have a gold chain on. This leaf just so happens to fucking not give a fuck what people think. This leaf just so happens to not talk so much.
And be intelligent, have telepathic powers.
And this leaf just happens to be Jacob fucking Pablo. And we're all the same fucking bush.
Just different branches, bro.
Different branches.
All get in our water and sunlight from the same source.
But motherfucking Mosey, what do you think it takes to be a man?
To be cute.
Alright, that was some ignorant shit. Well, yeah, to value yourself. No man, it can be a man if they don't value themselves, if they're just letting people. I think a man knows how to set boundaries. We all forgot to say perfect.
That's like
Perfect.
But yeah, I think a man knows how to set boundaries. A man knows how to lead by example. A man knows
That's
how
a
to.
good one.
A man also knows how to.
Say no.
Say no when they don't. Yeah, I used to be a fucking doormat, yo. I used to be a whore with my time. I would let anyone just walk up, spew their shit at me, and I would just think, oh, I have to fucking sit here through this. And now I know, fuck that shit. This is my life. My life is what the fuck I make it. I'm an artist with this shit.
See,
You
that's
know?
a good way to see. That's what I tell everybody. I'm glad you actually just said that because I tell everybody around me, and then I spend time with whatever they're like, man, no, you seem like you got it figured out. You're like, you're smart and telling like, bro, I'm not. Like,
We're the same fucking Chuck or what's we're all just bums on a bus.
Yeah, well,
Like-
but I tell people, I'm like, this world is what you make it. You know, you could be anything you want to be. You could do anything you want to do. It's up to you to fucking do
Go out
it.
and
It's up
get
to
it.
you to take that first step in that direction. You know, like what Kevin Gates say. I love that shit.
Bro, Kevin.
Yeah, but
No,
he
there was a
said,
guy here named.
a vision without action is merely a dream.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, like that shit makes so much sense to me because like I took it all the time. You can literally be anything and do anything you want. It's how the
No, we're limitless. If
it's-
there's a limitation, you set that own limitation upon
you
yourself.
limit yourself.
If you say, I can't do something, well, fuck
it's
no,
to
you
the
can't.
links that you're willing to fucking go is what
Yeah.
determines your amount of success in that
It is.
specific category. That you know, it's
You're
crazy. Like,
100%.
no, if I want something, I go fucking get it. If
Yeah.
I want something bad enough, that shit's mine. It always has been like that.
Yeah.
That's like why when I tell you, I work my fucking ass off because I want to have the shit that I want. I want my, kids to be able to do whatever the fuck they want. You know, if they want something, I'm not necessarily saying I'm gonna spoil them, but I like to have, the means and the ability
The freedom
to fucking
to say
provide
yes,
it. if
the
need be.
freedom.
I grew up with fucking nothing. I grew up
Yeah.
wanting what every other kid on the fucking block had. I wanted everything that my cousin had. I wanted everything that everybody else had, and it really didn't even matter because I thought that that's what it took to be a fucking kid. You know?
Comparison is the thief of all joy.
And you know
The
what?
moment you start comparing yourself to anybody, whether they're better than you or worse off than you, you're killing your own joy.
Yeah, I don't ever compare myself to
The
anyone.
only person you're supposed to
Not anymore,
compare
you
yourself to.
No, well, honestly, I haven't done that in a long time. Like,
We were
I-
talking about your cousin and how you wanted
Yeah,
to
when
be
I was younger, yeah, I was
Yeah,
like, I was
yeah.
way
Yeah,
younger.
when you were
I'm
still-
talking about like little kids.
when you were
shit.
still a boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little kid shit,
Yeah.
dude, like elementary school shit.
But the only person that we should ever compare ourselves as is the guy in the mirror.
You gotta realize it's not you versus everyone. It's
It's
you
us
versus
versus-
fucking you. That's it.
And you know
I'm
what?
not competing with Mosey. I'm not competing with Jacob. I'm not competing with him. Maybe a little bit because we're very similar. But I'm fucking competing with my damn self, and I'm trying to impress my damn self, and I'm trying to make my damn self proud. I'm trying to make my damn self better. I could really give a fuck what anyone thinks.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. You're gonna go through. You're gonna go through the same shit I went through. You're gonna have because we have the same mindset.
Dude, we
I'm
have the
just-
same. But I haven't. Normally, I'm the guy that's talking the entire podcast, but I
Yeah.
just shut the fuck up. And
One
listen.
thing, one thing I've grown a lot with since I've been here is seeing people that aren't as fortunate as I am mentally, or as
That's something I'm working on.
in being there. Like instead of just thinking like, damn, I can help this person out a lot. I take action. I go to that girl that kind of annoys me a little bit that I see crying, and I say, hey, look, hey, come here. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I'm not on that level yet.
yeah, no,
No,
but
I'm
the thing
still
is,
working on my
the
damn
thing is, it's just like they need that shit. If I have it to give and it helps them out, like it just it redirects their energy a little bit. Because now I'm all about energy, bro.
No,
I'm
no,
all about
this is an
positive.
energy exchange right now.
Yeah, you
Where's
know
the
that.
Pokemon card?
Yeah, up there. Oh no, he flipped it over.
It says energy, guys, for those that are wondering. And you are 100% right, because I had to do that here, where there was like someone that annoyed me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sir, this is
They did a
energy card.
and it's water.
Found this on the ground, but I forgot. Don't know where it came from.
Pokemon card. And like the thing that she annoyed me, and she did a couple things that were very petty. And honestly, like she took my cookie, she like kicked my foot, and then apologized. Got loud,
That's crazy.
trying to figure out shit. And then I had to be mature in myself and just say, you know what? I forgive this person. I forgive myself. Because, like you said when you had your breath work and you saw a little piece of everyone, I said the reason why this person, like I allow this person to hurt me so much is because there's a lot of that person in me that I see that I don't like or I used to do or
Yeah.
It takes one to fucking
No,
know
that's
one.
exactly. I'm glad you said that because I'm the same fucking way. And that's why when I hear people, that's why when we hear people complaining about something, we already know. That's why we have that sort of what comes off as negative to some people, but it's because like, bro, we've already thought like that. We've gotten over that. We've already grown from that. We're on a new subject now.
Yeah,
We're
so-
on a newer chapter. You know, or,
I gave her a hug.
and that's where like when I told you yesterday, like, you know, we refrain from saying certain things in group because people take it the wrong way. It makes
Yeah,
perfect,
they do.
makes perfect sense to us.
Dude.
Makes 100% like yes, 100%. But God forbid you say that shit in a room where 70% of the people are weak-minded. And I don't mean weak-minded, like they just
They're
can't
still growing.
handle.
They're still
Yeah,
growing.
Yeah, you gotta realize we're all on a different, like we're all at different journeys, you know.
Different
Like
levels.
we're not just because I'm no longer full of hate, and just because I'm no longer lying to people, and just because I'm no longer who I used to be, you can't expect everyone to just instantaneously also be that way.
Yeah, they
Well,
have
some
to
people
take
are still on
their
the
time.
level of figuring it out. They're still trying to
Exactly.
figure it
Yeah.
out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm on the level I've figured it out, and now I'm trying to put my fucking plan into action.
Same.
You know, so it's just like I'm a little bit further ahead, you know, and that's why, you know,
It feels fucking good knowing you're doing better than you used to be.
dude, 1,000%.
Like-
that's part of
My personal growth in the last month and a half, 2 months, is my greatest fucking accomplishment. And I've
Yeah,
done
bro.
I've done some really cool shit. I've done some really fucking cool shit in my life. But my character growth in the last 2 months, more proud of it than anything else.
that if you'd have
Yeah,
told me
bro.
23 days ago when I got here that I would be as far away, you know, for just as far as I am, you know, mentally,
Yeah.
from when I got here, I'd tell you, fuck off, there's no fucking way.
No, say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been like, nah.
Yo, when I first got here, I wasn't even entirely sure I wanted to remain sober. I was more under the impression, like, I'm gonna take a little tolerance break. Like, yeah, that's just the addiction that was within me telling me that.
Yeah.
But yeah, after 10 days of being in treatment,
Dude, honestly, I fucking hate drinking. I hate doing dumb shit. And I'm just so fucking mad. It was like
It's what was
I felt like
familiar,
it was a good
though.
outlet. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was
Yeah,
100%.
it was-
I went on a 2-month-long bender where I just stayed fucked up and didn't tell anybody. Nobody knew. And I wasn't even trying to hide it. I mean,
Yeah.
I hid it, but like it wasn't like
It wasn't
I didn't like do mouthwash and I would chew gum every now and again. But
Well, I
like,
never put eye drops in.
if somebody asked me, yo, you just get done fucking, you know, blowing a line of fucking coke, I'm like, yeah, 100%. You
Can't you
want one?
tell? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm also the type of person that I have everything all the time. Like, I
Yeah.
always have shit, and I don't bum anything from anybody. If anything, I'm the enabler because I fucking give it
Yeah.
away to everybody. And everybody's always trying to give me money. I'm like, bro, don't waste your fucking money on this shit. Like, you don't have that shit to lose. Like, I have it to give away. You know, like,
Yeah.
because I don't, honestly, I don't want to enable. I don't want to take somebody's hard-earned fucking money and, you know, put it into my pocket selfishly when I'm already doing you an injustice by giving it to you. You know, like that's just where like my bad habit is like trying to be a good habit, sort of. You know.
Yeah, no, same. My character defect was I was generous to a fault. I would literally, I'm the type of dude I'd give you my last $5 if you asked me for it. But that was my fault. I was making sure you were good before I was making
I'm
sure I
always
was.
been like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same fucking way.
Yeah.
Like, and the money to me is nothing because
Bro, it comes and goes.
I make it like it's nothing.
And it comes and goes. Like,
I get money. I don't even have to go to my job to make fucking money. I don't
all right,
have
bro,
to do
we
anything.
get it, bro. You big baller, we get it.
No, I'm just saying. There's a million different ways you can acquire money.
No,
Yeah,
I know.
no,
And that's what we're fucking doing here with the Time and Place podcast. So subscribe.
Like, comment, and share.
Mosey.
Get addicted to this podcast.
Mosey, what do you think?
Like and stuff.
Perfect.
Perfect.
The podcast isn't over yet, though, but I mean, we've been going for 54 minutes. This is gonna be the yeah.
Really?
That's fucking long. It goes by quick.
Let's just hit it with like our final little statement. You want to go first? Just
Alright.
take away from this conversation.
First off, I just want to go ahead and say shout out to everyone who's watching. Thank you for all the subscribers, the commenters, the sharers, and the viewers. And on top of that, happy fucking New Year's, everybody. As you're here, you're witnessing us in our transformation towards the New Year's, where we're going to be able to go ahead and be able to receive all the blessings that we've worked so hard for. And we're going to continue to put in more work once these blessings are received, because there's limitless on how much can be attained and accomplished. As you can see here on today's podcast, it was very sentimental and serious on the topic of what it is to be a man. Simply not just because we're adolescent young men, it's because we are young men learning to become mature men. And that way, it can also inspire others to do the same. So thank you all. Thank you to our special co-host, guest. This is our guest star, Sean. And I just want everyone to say, and I just want everyone to know, I love you all very much.
All right, Jacob. All right. Sean, you want the final words from Sean?
Shea,
My bad. My bad.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah,
Alright, good.
sorry.
Wait, did you just say Sean?
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah.
Sorry, I fucked up.
I
Sorry.
didn't hear you
Shea.
say that. Yeah,
Sorry.
no, it's all good.
Shea.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. It's first podcast ever. I'll probably do one or two of these, or maybe join y'all again
I would hope
if
so.
you want me. You
Yeah.
know, it's anything beneficial.
I kind of want to do a one-on-one with you.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm down for
But
that.
I'll witness
You know, but I think these discussions also, no matter what the topic is, are beneficial to everyone or to the viewers. Just because, you know, whether or not we think we're bullshitting, it can make sense to somebody on the other end. You know, whether
It's
we
relatable.
know,
We're being
we know whether
transparent.
we know it or not. And you know, Happy New Year to everybody. If you're struggling out there with whatever it is, squash that shit tonight. Start, tomorrow fresh. And yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Sean fucking. I'm not even gonna lie. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew Sean was gonna kill. Shea was gonna kill it. Fucking.
I made my thought his.
Yeah,
See
he
that?
fucking. He made it stop mine. But nah. Thank you, Shea, for coming. Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you,
Shea,
Shea.
talking to
No
Jacob.
problem.
Thank you for talking to Mosey because Mosey's only 19. And
Wow.
So I think you
Big
said.
ass 19-year-old.
Yep.
Right?
Big ass heart. Big ass fucking just good dude.
He's
But-
big everything.
Super huge mind.
Yeah, my takeaway from this is.
Grow a beard.
My takeaway from this is I'm gonna stay true to myself. I got a good mentor right in front of me.
Yeah, don't be afraid to ask somebody to come on your podcast too, because
Fucking closed mouths don't get fucking fed.
that's 100%. Because honestly, I would never. Most of the time,
Bro, yo, the first time I asked him, he was like, "Pfft."
I swear, I was like,
I said, yo, you'll be on my podcast? He's like, you got a podcast? I was like, yeah. He's like, I don't know. And I was like, I will think about it. Just fucking consider it. He was like, all right. And then today I was like, yo, so you're on the podcast, right? He was like, yeah, I am. I was like, fuck yeah.
He asked me, and I was like, you know what? I would feel bad, because like I said, this experience that I've had in the past, I've done a lot of firsts, which we talked about that. And
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, man. I was like, you asked me to do it,
It's not for no reason.
Yeah,
I'm not asking you because I want to make fun of you. I'm asking you
Yeah,
because
nah.
you know what I
it's
mean?
Like, the only thing it takes for me to be able to open up properly, like people really want to hear. I need to hear, and I'll get better with this. I like hearing other people's stories, and in the way that someone else is living. That's where I can kind of assess, what I really, want to say. If that makes sense.
Definitely. It's
like
like
should
group
be
therapy.
super meaningful. You know what I mean? Because that's where I'm like, all right, it's you get what I'm saying. It's speaking for me. It comes naturally, but also it's got to be a little shove. So but part of being a man is taking that step, coming, doing shit you don't want to do.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you having me. I'm glad. I look forward to seeing you put this thing up and
Yeah,
seeing what it does.
Probably be up by actually, I don't know. I got 2 hours worth of video to go through, so.
Oh, you gotta go through both of them.
I gotta go through both of them. I gotta cut them up. I gotta splice them. I gotta make sure they fit right.
Then he has to fight through Seroquel.
Then I gotta fight through my sleeping meds, and so
Yeah,
I'll probably try to get up by afternoon time tomorrow. Normally I get them up in the morning, but probably afternoon time.
Taylor told me, she was like, yeah, I want to see that shit if you're going on. And
I was pissed off. I was like, oh, now you want to watch? Like it took getting him.
Hey,
on.
I saw you look like that. I was sitting out there FaceTime with my daughter. And,
I was showing her Mosey's interview that we did today.
and I look over. I don't see it, dude. I thought you were with the girl that was the young girl that doesn't talk to anybody. That's
Oh, yeah.
on our side. I don't know who. Do you know her?
Yeah.
Oh, she has orange hair, kind of.
No, he's talking about
Really pale.
talking about Emily.
Yeah,
Oh,
the young
yeah.
that looked just sticks to herself. I like that.
Well, no, he talks to me.
Yeah, there you go. But no, it was like, 'cause I like, we had a girl, Hallie, over at Southside, this little young girl that had a crazy ass story apparently. I was like, I wanted to hear it because Taylor told me to do her story. It's nuts, bro. See if
Yeah.
see if
You gotta
can
watch.
tell
You gotta watch the other episode and hear this guy's story.
Really?
It's. I truly believe God only gives His strongest warriors the toughest battles, and this motherfucker's the strongest motherfucker I ever met.
19 too, huh?
19. And I'm telling you, I tell them all the time, I can't associate with a lot of the other 21, 22, 23, 24-year-olds that are here.
Yeah.
Because they're just down here and
Yeah.
I'm up here.
Yeah.
But this kid is,
It's fucking-
this
I do
kid's
the
right
same
up
shit.
here. Like,
I do the same fucking thing.
yeah. Bro, fuck this guy, dude.
I swear to God.
Fuck this guy.
I knew, bro. I swear to God, when I first met you, and you stayed in, and I came out the bathroom. As soon as I saw you sitting in that chair talking to Taylor, I was like, "Oh, this kid's just like me."
And you know what? When I saw you, staying in there, I had the same fucking thought, the same fucking time. I was like, yeah.
And that's why when I went to walk out and I turned around and I said something, and I was like, look, I gotta tell you right now, we're a lot alike. This could be either really good, really bad. That's how it always is. Most of the time when I say that shit off the rip too, it comes out of just like 5 minutes of similarities. Not
Bro, we fucking,
not like this, not this
I
much.
think the only difference is our age, our occupation, and our fucking hometown.
Yeah.
Like,
And beer.
and
Yeah, but
beer.
you also, yeah, but you grew up bouncing around. That's kind of how I grew up too.
Yeah.
So I think that has a lot of similar aspect to that.
Yeah.
And I honestly, maybe one of these days I'll tell you my story from the first. Like I said, my shit's like not super crazy, but just a lot of random dumb shit that like you'd be like, fuck, bro.
No, I
That
think
shit
I would
started-
tell you about my random dumb shit, and you'd be like, fuck, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we should probably do that like one-on-one, just me and you. You told me your story, I tell you mine.
yeah,
That'd be fun.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Do it for the podcast.
Yeah, do it. I want to see that
What's it?
shit.
Smoking.
It's gonna take a while, but fucking, let's wrap it up. I'm only saying that because I gotta edit this shit. And I got, here, catch this. Do a thing where we throw shit so I can edit it. How you feeling?
Good.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Let's get out of here. Thanks guys for watching.
Later.
Like, subscribe, comment. You already know the deal. Happy New Year's.
Good.
Sweet.